for the final topic, we'll be going over the latest news on the NBA. So with my boy Spence, put that cap on backwards with the foo-foo. Go ahead and tell us about tell us about the latest news in the NBA.
The Cavs for one, and number two. Oh, okay. Don't worry, Vick. You laugh all you want to. Just know when the time comes, the time will be there. Anyways, gentlemen, well, behind me is Andre Drummond for the Cavs. The Cavs pulled out a statement 2 days ago saying they will not be starting him or be using him anytime soon. They are looking to trade him, which is very funny because you guys traded him to get him.
Yep.
Y'all traded to get him, and now y'all trading away from him. So this is also weird. And also, Blake Griffin of the Detroit Pistons say he either wants to be A, he wants to be traded out, or B, he wants to be bought out by the Pistons. I guess he said, look, y'all traded D Rose. That was probably the best I could do. Y'all got Grant, who's probably going to try to be, I guess, take over my spot. So, yeah, I want out, which makes sense. Blake, I think he's 32, 33, I believe. I have to double check. So it's either ring or nothing right now. I spend most of my years of Lob City. We always got close, but we always failed and lose in the end. So I went to Pistons to get money. I got my money. Now I want my ring. So he wants out. So that is it so far. Also, Kyrie said that he is now a shooting guard. But Kyrie, to be honest, we all knew that.
Yeah.
We all knew that, Kyrie. We all knew it. The only person that didn't know it was you. We all knew it. When James Harden got there, he was like, well, that's the point guard. And he's like, hey, and he put out a statement last week. Oh, yeah, I told James Harden that he's the point guard. Kyrie, we knew that. We knew that ever since you left.
You had to tell him.
You didn't have to tell him. He knew that. he knew that.
He kind of just took that over.
Yeah, but I mean, even he knew that.
So the Blake Griffin thing, apparently, apparently they've been trying to trade him for months, actually, and they can't actually find somebody to trade for him because he is currently the 8th highest paid player in the league still.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he's currently owed $36.81 million, and then he has a $39 million player option for next season. So nobody's trading for that. Nobody's gonna trade for that. Especially for Blake Griffin at this point.
That's what I said. Blake went. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Blake went to the Pistons. Everybody's like, "Why the Pistons to get paid?"
Yeah, because I mean they didn't have anybody. So,
yeah, so they were going to pay him, and he got paid.
Everybody that the Detroit Pistons have called, when they mention Blake Griffin's contract, they're like, Jesus Christ.
Hello? Yeah. How much? Nah.
Yeah, so his best case scenario is they're just gonna have to buy him out, and then he can go somewhere else and sign with them, and it's not gonna be nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
Like, you got your money from them. We ain't paying you that.
They ain't gonna pay that.
Somebody will pay him for their bit. Like he can still play, right? But
there's only 2 teams I can see that can even touch that contract. Only 2 teams, and none of them are in championship contending. So yeah, whatever you want to try to win a ring, yeah, you're gonna take a massive pay cut. Like, I'm just keeping honest with you.
I mean, I take him in Miami for not for nothing near what he's making now, but if he were to if we're gonna get bought out and then he wanted to come over, same thing with Drummond, because I feel like we need a big. I think that might help out. That might fill a need. Maybe I would trade for Drummond. I wouldn't give up much, but I'd trade for Drummond if I'm Miami. I could see that. But Blake, I wouldn't be surprised. He could be a good fit to go back to the Clippers, honestly. coming off the bench.
Then retire with the team that he got drafted by.
Blake bench?
But I don't know.
I
don't know if he would be
some
wanting
of
to do
these
that.
some of these teams he's not going to start anymore.
But all right. So who's your starting power forward for the Clippers? Serge?
I mean, he's a solid power forward. I would rather have him on the that's my preference, but I would have Serge over Blake Griffin on my team.
I mean, you could put Serge. I mean, because let's just be honest. I don't think Zubac is going to do any. I don't think Zubac is going to be that efficiently. I mean, he's a great rebounding, but like, if me personally, if I really want to put the Clippers, I'd rather put Serge at the 5 and put Blake at the 4.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah,
you could definitely do that.
Switch them off. They could switch no matter what, so nobody's undersized or nobody's like feel mismatched if they do a pick and roll.
Another team.
Just have that.
Another team who's always has to be in any trades or any free agent rumors is the Lakers. They don't care. They just find a way.
To be honest with you, if I'm the LA, I'm not even touching this deal right now because right now y'all salary cap looking.
No, again, I just told you nobody is trading for him. He's not going to get traded. He's going to have to get bought out. Once he's bought out,
I'm saying bought out.
At that point, he wouldn't go to the Lakers for a minimum to try to win a ring. I'm sure he would.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. No.
If they wouldn't take him, that's sufficient coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he wants to make the money he's making now and still be like a full-time starter, yeah, he's gonna go to some of these teams, like you said, they're nowhere near contention, and yeah, so that like those are your options right now. If you're gonna go to a contender, nobody's traded for that. That's one, and two, I don't know if you have a place in the starting lineup.
One word, gentlemen. Kings. That's all I got. Moving on.
Yeah, no. One other thing though, as far as since we're talking about the NBA, the Utah Jazz, are they for real? Like how they're looking good?
Okay, so all right, let me touch on this because this is something that people at work have been asking me about this too. The Utah Jazz right now is having the same momentum how what team I can best use the on that people will understand. The 2008 Magic. Remember how crazy momentum the Magic had? Like they went from like last season went from like maybe in the mid, and then all of a sudden they're in the finals for all of a sudden. Everybody's like, wait, the Magics?
Right.
You know, that was the year that LeBron was supposed to meet Kobe in the finals.
Right. But he got beat by Dwight and them. So here's what the thing about the Jazz are. The Jazz are on a good pace because of the team is working cohesively, which I knew people don't understand. Like, yeah, of course, maybe Rudy Gobert is maybe a little bit overpaid, just a little bit. Maybe he is overpaid. But Donovan Mitchell is really coming up as a scorer on his own. He's really.
If you ask Shaq, he said Russell Westbrook is better than Donovan Mitchell.
And I love you, Shaq, but I will slap the spit out of you. I love you, Shaq, but have you watched Russell the last 3 games?
Have you watched
Russell? Have you seen Russell the last couple of games? No? Don't. Anyways, I love Russ too, but there's a post that everybody that on the Great Sports Debate we posted. If we take away Russell's athleticism and his leaping ability, what Russ has?
Nothing.
Because he can't shoot. He really can't shoot like that. And according to 2 days ago, his free throw percentage, I don't know if he can even shoot free throws. So,
I mean, that's kind of tough though.
Free throws is the easiest 2 points you can ever. 2 to 3 points you can ever make.
I'm talking about if you taking away Russ's athletic ability and his hops, like that's that's kind of tough to like say, because you can say that about quite a few NBA players.
You're right, and
Like
I
would even argue, hey, you take that away from LeBron, what would he be?
Okay, but look how LeBron's game's elevated. He's shooting more threes than he ever did in his whole career. Ray Allen, Ray Allen before the shooter that he is now. Ray Allen used to get up.
Well, yeah, I know that.
People forgot Ray Allen used to get up.
Yeah, I think.
But LeBron's definitely improved his game, though.
As players get older, they
have to accumulate.
Look at Vince Carter.
Yeah, Vince got up.
What was he known for when we were younger?
Got
dunking on people, putting on people on. And then how was he still just recently in the league up until last year? Because he developed a shot.
He developed a shot. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's kind of tough to say
even
about
Blake
Russ.
Griffin can shoot now a little bit.
Yeah, I'm saying Blake can shoot now. That's what I'm saying.
A couple years too late for him.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, it's kind of hard to say that about Russ, but like, have we seen but I'm saying, have we seen like Russ development? Russ is about to get into the age now.
I feel like he's declining.
He's about to start regressing. He's about to start regressing, and he does not have a shot. He don't have a consistent shot. I'm sorry.
That's one thing. That's one thing like that you would think that he, would have improved on by now, at least to say, right. Especially how hard he works, and the energy that he puts into the game. Which it's like I guess it's what a lot of people had concerns about with LeBron at some points. It's like you let LeBron shoot, most of the time he's gonna miss, but with Russ, it's like you let him shoot. Like early on, it was, it's like, okay, he has potential to, improve his game, but he's never shown that potential. Like he's had obviously those, those triple doubles and whatnot, but it's never. If you look at how he scores, you can kind of see like it's not exactly what you think it is.
It's all to the hoop. And that's why I tell one of my friends who's a Sixers fan, I was like, listen, if y'all don't tell Ben to get a shot, Ben's gonna be stuck in a box in his own self, and he will never evolve.
Yeah,
the game is evolving. The game is evolving.
I just want to say real quick, just in case if anybody wants to say anything. I'm not saying LeBron can't shoot. Early on in his career, yes, but he has improved on that. I just want to say that right now, just in case of any fans want to be like, "Hey, Vick said this." Like,
right?
I want to make sure because I know how LeBron fans be. So,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even LeBron fans got to admit, like, early in his career, he didn't really have a known like shot. Sure, he'll do his little step back jumper, maybe here and there, but it wasn't a consistent shooting shot. Now,
I mean, most of the time you see LeBron back in the day, he was more like a highlight dunker.
I'm taking it to rim.
Yeah, that's it. And that's why a lot of people kind of, I don't know if I would say slander, but they just may not put that much respect on his game just because that's what he does. But hey, that's his game, so you can't really take that away from him.
Right. But, no, I never got mad at him about that because if it works, it works. But sooner or later you're going to get older, and sometimes the ability is going to decline.
Like, even now, like, okay, he's not as
explosive.
He's not as explosive as what he was, but it still seems like now,
you can still win.
When he gets a full head of steam and he drives the paint, nobody wants to get in the way of that.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Nobody wants to get in the way.
He's a big guy.
What? Demon LeBron when he was with us?
Oh yeah, especially then. Yeah, like that was a long time ago now. Like 2 years ago, that's crazy.
The fact that we're talking about LeBron right now, I saw something that was pretty funny the other day. They were talking about how the NBA had I forgot what exactly they said, but they fined LeBron or something like that along those lines that for for flopping. I'm like, damn, like y'all just now catching that? Like this man
Right.
been flopping for years.
I'm gonna say he's been doing that for years.
And they just now like saying something. I'm like, come on now. Like y'all tripping. Like that's like the whole NFL thing. Like I think with like a lot of people with the Super Bowl, it's like you had calls out there that like, hey, during the regular season and during all the postseason, it's like y'all normally didn't call those. And those are typically, those are pass according to the rule, those are pass interference, but the problem that a lot of people in the NFL have is the consistency, like what's actually a foul. Yeah, so that's the same thing with that. Like
don't
it's like
pick and choose when you call it.
Exactly. So
well, then again,
I think that
with those referees and stuff, it's like there's so many games that go on, so there's different referee, officiating crews per se. So
you
might have a crew that's real strict on it, and they're gonna call it every time.
Mm-hmm.
I have this other crew where they're kind of lenient. They're gonna say we're gonna let them play.
Yep.
So that's the issue you have, but I feel like it needs to be just cut and dry.
Right.
If you see it, you gotta call it. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the playoffs. We're gonna let them. No, you gotta.
Yeah.
Or if you start one way, if you start not calling it, don't
start calling it later.
Yeah, in the end there, like you gotta be consistent.
Right.
Because it was a hold in the first quarter too. So I mean, it's not more of a hold in the fourth quarter. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you should have called it then too. Though I do hate flags in general, though, because it slows down. I mean, games are already like 3 hours, and then timeouts and reviews and all that.
Right, but some are necessary.
It easily be 5 hours. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's necessary, but sometimes be excessive too.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you though. I definitely agree.
Yeah, as far as Blake or Drummond, I don't have any like real suitor right now that I see somebody will trade for Drummond before they would for Blake though. Blake is gonna have to get bought out. Nobody wants that contract.
Right.
If I'm touching that. Okay, so when you're getting paid like a top 8 player in the league, is Blake Griffin even a top 20 player right now in the NBA?
He's top 25. I'll give you that. He's top 25. Yeah.
I said top 20.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, all right. Real quick before we end it off, let's just break down. Blake Griffin's averaging about 25 to 26 points per game. Let's be. It's kind of up there, especially how long he's been, especially where he's at, especially the team he has, especially the market. It's pretty high, especially that. Top 20. I can see it. I can see him be top 20 because other than 20? Of course, at probably at 20 or 19. Because let's just be honest, other than the big names, there's like 10 big names, right? All right. So who's the other 9 that are better than them? So
that could be an interesting topic for Saturday. The top 20 players in the NBA currently, and we can do that. So that's something you're putting me on the spot right now, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be in my top 20. I don't think, but I will have to actually go really look at it. Like you said, I can give you like 10 off the top of my head, but it's going to be the same 10 that anybody else is going to give you.
Right, of course.
LeBrons, your ADs, your Kevin Durant,
your Hardings,
like
Giannis,
like that.
Yeah.
But actually take a deep dive into it though. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, 25 might be a closer range, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to that. We'll get back to this on Saturday in regards.
Of course.
To But did you guys have anything else?
I'm waiting for free agency. March, baby. It's March Madness on this one. Yeah.
All I gotta say is you get on them sticks. Don't do what Trayy does. get clapped like that. You know what I'm saying? You know.
End the show, please.
But yeah, I'm good. Just waiting for some of these news to go on around the NFL, especially these quarterbacks.
All right, bro. Oh, here we go. You know how this part goes. You can agree with guys like Vick. I tend to not, or you can disagree. But at the end of the day, all takes are valid.
Oh, boy.
And that ass whooping was valid too.
Here we go. Here we go.